The craziest thing about crypto scams is that most victims don't think they're being scammed. They think they're getting an opportunity. That's what makes crypto scams so dangerous. Nobody wakes up and says, "Today I'd love to lose my savings to a fake meme coin." No. What actually happens is, emotions take over, greed overrides caution, FOMO kicks in, and people stop thinking clearly. And honestly, scammers understand human psychology extremely well. Better than most beginners do. Because crypto is one of the easiest environments on Earth to manipulate emotionally. Prices move fast. Stories spread fast. People get rich fast. People panic fast. And when money and emotion mix together, logic usually disappears. So in this video, we're going to break down rug pulls, meme coin traps, fake influencers, pump and dumps, fake airdrops, phishing websites, and the psychological tricks scammers use to manipulate beginners constantly. Because look, you do not need to become paranoid to survive crypto. But you absolutely need to become harder to manipulate emotionally. My name is Tito, and I spend way too much time thinking about investing psychology, financial scams, and the emotional mistakes people make with money. If you're someone who wants to avoid becoming another crypto horror story online, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Alright, let's start with probably the most famous crypto scam of all. Rug pulls. Part 1. Rug pulls. A rug pull is basically when developers create a crypto project, build hype around it, get people to invest, and then disappear with the money. That's it. And honestly, it happens way more than beginners realize. Now here's how the scam usually works. Step 1. A new token launches. Step 2. The project promises insane things. Revolutionary technology, guaranteed profits, the next Bitcoin, celebrity partnerships, future utility. Step 3. Social media hype explodes. Everybody starts saying, "We're early, this could 100x, don't miss this," and then beginners rush in emotionally. The token price skyrockets. Excitement grows. People feel rich. And then, the developers suddenly sell everything and vanish. Price collapses. Liquidity disappears. Investors are left holding worthless tokens. That's the rug pull. Now here's what most people don't realize: many rug pulls don't look like scams at first. The websites look professional. The marketing looks polished. The community feels exciting. That emotional excitement is part of the trap. Because scammers know people stop asking questions when greed takes over. Part 2. Meme coin traps. Okay. Now let's talk about meme coins. Because this area gets emotional fast. Now to be fair, not every meme coin is automatically a scam. Some become huge communities. Some survive longer than expected. But here's the dangerous part: meme coins are often driven almost entirely by hype and attention. Not fundamentals. Not utility. Not cash flow. Attention. And attention is extremely unstable. Here's what usually happens: a meme coin starts trending online. People see screenshots of insane gains. Someone turns $200 into $20,000. Suddenly everybody thinks, "That could be me," and this is where FOMO becomes incredibly dangerous. Because beginners rarely enter early. Most people hear about meme coins after massive price increases. Which means they often become exit liquidity for earlier buyers. And this is where it gets really interesting psychologically. Humans hate missing opportunities more than they hate risk. That's huge. Behavioral economists call this loss aversion. The emotional pain of missing out feels incredibly powerful. So people ignore red flags because emotionally, they don't want to feel left behind. And scammers know this. Part 3. Fake influencers. This is probably one of the ugliest parts of crypto. Fake gurus. Fake experts. Fake millionaire influencers. And honestly, crypto made this problem explode. Because in crypto, anyone can pretend to be successful online. A rented Lamborghini. Fake screenshots. Fake trading profits. Fake luxury lifestyle. And beginners see confidence and mistake it for expertise. Now here's the scary part: some influencers are directly paid to promote scam projects. They hype coins publicly, their followers buy in, price rises temporarily, then insiders dump on everyone. And beginners are left wondering what happened. This is why you should never trust somebody just because they have followers, they look rich, they sound confident, or they post profit screenshots. Confidence is not proof. In fact, some of the loudest people online understand the least. And honestly, real investors are usually far more careful and nuanced than social media makes them seem. Part 4, Pump and Dumps. Now pump and dumps are basically organized manipulation. Here's how they work. A group secretly buys a cheap low-volume coin early. Then they aggressively promote it online: Twitter, X, Telegram, Discord, YouTube comments, TikTok. They create urgency. This is about to explode. Last chance, don't miss out. Beginners rush in emotionally. Price spikes rapidly. Then the original group sells into the hype. The price crashes. Late buyers get destroyed. And this cycle repeats constantly in crypto. Now obviously pump and dumps exist outside crypto too. Stocks have seen them. Penny stocks especially. But crypto moves faster, has fewer barriers, and attracts more emotionally reactive investors, which makes manipulation easier. Part 5, Fake airdrops. Okay. This scam became incredibly common, especially during bull markets. Now first, what's an airdrop? An airdrop is when crypto projects distribute free tokens to users. Legitimate projects sometimes do this for marketing or community growth. But scammers weaponize this idea aggressively. Here's how fake airdrops work. You see a post saying, "Congratulations. You qualify for free tokens." The website looks real. The branding looks real. Everything feels exciting. Then they ask you to connect your wallet, sign a transaction, or enter sensitive information, and boom. Wallet drained. Crypto gone. And because beginners love the word free, these scams work constantly. Now here's what most people don't realize: scammers aren't usually hacking technology. They're hacking emotions. Greed. Excitement. Urgency. That's the real attack vector. Part 6, Phishing websites. This one is terrifyingly simple. Scammers create fake websites that look almost identical to legitimate platforms. Same logos. Same design. Almost identical URLs. Maybe one letter is changed. That's it. And emotionally distracted people don't notice. So they enter passwords, wallet details, verification codes, and suddenly their accounts are compromised. Now this problem gets worse during hype cycles. Because beginners move too fast. They chase opportunities emotionally. And emotional people don't verify details carefully. This is why experienced crypto users become almost paranoid about URLs. Because one fake site can destroy years of savings instantly. Part 7, Why smart people still get scammed. Here's something important. Getting scammed does not automatically mean someone is stupid. In fact, many intelligent people get scammed. Because scams exploit emotion more than intelligence. And crypto creates emotional extremes: greed, excitement, fear, urgency, social pressure. When humans become emotional, critical thinking weakens. That's normal psychology. Scammers know this. Which is why scams often create countdown timers, fake urgency, community hype, emotional stories, fear of missing out, because the goal is simple: make you act before you think. And honestly, that's the real lesson here. Most crypto scams are psychological attacks disguised as financial opportunities. Part 8, How to protect yourself. Okay. So what should beginners actually do? Here's a practical framework. Slow down. Seriously. Scammers rely on speed and emotion. If something feels rushed, emotional, too good to be true, asterisk, guaranteed, insanely profitable, that's a massive red flag. Second, verify everything. Double-check URLs, official accounts, wallet permissions, project legitimacy. Third, never invest based purely on hype. Research matters. Fourth, accept that you will miss opportunities. And honestly, that's okay. Trying to catch every moonshot is exactly how many people get destroyed financially. Finally, protect your emotions. Because emotional investing is dangerous investing, especially in crypto. Part 9, the deeper problem with crypto culture. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Crypto culture sometimes glorifies greed. Fast money, Lamborghinis, overnight millionaires, 1000x gains, and beginners absorb this mentality quickly. But sustainable investing usually looks boring. Patience, risk management, research, discipline. That's not viral content, but it's often what actually works long-term. And honestly, many people enter crypto chasing financial freedom, but end up becoming addicted to emotional gambling instead. That distinction matters a lot. Look, crypto scams are probably never disappearing completely. Because wherever money and emotion exist, manipulation follows. But understanding how these scams work already gives you a huge advantage over most beginners. Because once you recognize the emotional patterns, the scams become easier to spot. The urgency, the hype, the greed, the FOMO. It all starts looking very predictable. And honestly, the people who survive long-term in crypto are usually not the most emotional people. They're the people who stay calm while everyone else loses their minds. So if scams are everywhere, how do smart investors actually make money? Because despite all the chaos, people are building wealth in crypto. The difference is, most successful investors approach crypto very differently than beginners do. And trust me, that changes everything.